Volleyball is not just a sport here in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, but is a sport that has brought back the community to support two inspiring individuals. Ellen Toy, the head coach of Kissimmee Area High School, along with her former assistant coach Jamie Moran, both suffered from cancer. Ellen Toy had gastric cancer, while her former assistant coach had a leukemia that she fought for the majority of her life. Sadly, a month ago, Moran passed away from her battle with leukemia, but hopes to have a lasting impression in the volleyball community. Matt Desmond coming to you live from Knock High School, where tonight the WPIAL playoffs would start for round one with Knock Knights taking on the West Allegheny Indians. But before the game, there would be a moment of silence for 17-year-old Alexis Summers, a Knock High School cheerleader who was involved in a fatal one-car accident. The Point Park women's basketball team is off to their best start in quite a while as they're riding an 8-game winning streak, one away from the school record at 9, and that's all due to the fact of a new head coach in Tony Grenick. I had an opportunity to sit down with Tony Grenick and see what he's bringing to Point Park University. The Point Park Pioneers left the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to come to the Fields of Opportunity in Sioux City, Iowa to compete in their first NAIA Division II national tournament. The Point Park Pioneers made their entrance into Sioux City, Iowa, gearing up for the big first-round game in the Tice Event Center, but April Austin, along with her teammates, took a moment to give back to the community by helping with the Special Olympics.
There you go, sir. Move up a little closer. There it is. Yes, Sarah!
It's amazing how many players come to participate. We had 15 registered teams, and I bet we had over 25 teams here today. They worked so well with the athletes. They bring so much energy and enthusiasm to the clinic, and it just shows on the experience that our athletes have.
The Point Park Pioneers would spend their time in South Sioux City, Nebraska, practicing their game plan to put to use against the Warriors of Corbin University. Point Park prepared themselves mentally and physically in their practice routines, as Coach Grenick and Coach Micheletti did not want any slip-ups occurring in their game, something they fell victim to in their losses to Damon and Walsh.
And we were just talking earlier today among the girls that the two games that we lost versus Damon and Walsh, that was where we came down. We went down a 10-0 run, and when we don't get up in the beginning of the games and don't come out on top, then that's when we lose focus and we don't win it out.
I think that, we're just going to try to maintain the philosophy we've had all year and defending the best as we can. They do have some size, but, we do have Jocelyn, manning the middle of whether we play zone or man, and she's very long and athletic. And the key for us, I think, is, depending on how they call the game, is to apply some pressure on the ball and, make sure that, we stay out of foul trouble. And I think if we do that, defensively we'll be fine.
I think that they are very, very prepared. They've had, a few days to settle in, and they've seen film. We've went over, their plays, all that game preparation. They're ready.
The Point Park Pioneers would represent the AMC Conference in the NAIA tournament, but would exit the big dance in a heartbreaking fashion to sign their season with one shot.
Well, when we called the timeout, we've been pretty fortunate all year having some luck. We called the play Spartan. We didn't run it at all in the first half, and we got an open look, and you can't ask for anything more. And my heart just goes out to my team because they played so hard, and like their head coach was saying, that neither team really deserved to lose that game.
The Point Park Pioneers were unable to grasp any wins here at the national tournament this year in Sioux City, Iowa. Head coach Tony Grenick and crew will look to come back to Sioux City next year and compete in another national title. Reporting from the Tyson Event Center from Sioux City, Iowa, I'm Matt Desmond for Point News Now.
Matt, what's going on here with the Pirates?
You got to start off with the Pirates pitching. You look at the first half, and you look at the stats there, and the Pittsburgh Pirates, they were a top 5 pitching rotation. You look at their top 3 starters in the rotation. When they have Wani Rodriguez acquired, it was Wani Rodriguez, AJ Burnett, and then James McDonald. They had a collectively ERA of 4.69 and a 3.14 and 26 and 11 as a top 3 rotation. Go to the second half, and now James McDonald, he went from a 2.37 ERA to 7.08. That is not going to win you ball games, folks. You look at the top 3 rotation now. It's a 4.69 ERA, 12 and 14. That's the wins. You're not going to do that in the second half, and now they're 22nd overall as a pitching rotation. The Point Park Pioneers lost their leading scorer in Ashley Henderson last season, but new head coach Tony Grenick has his crew in the AMC title game tonight against the Damon Wildcats. If they would win tonight, they would go to Sioux City, Iowa, and compete in the national tournament.
Let me ask you this, guys. How do you fix it? I mean, this is 2 years in a row now, just monumental collapses by the Pirates. Something's got to give and something's got to be changed.
Well, I mean, the players have to come in here and do their jobs. You look at the trade deadline acquisitions. You have Travis Snyder, who came in for Brad Lincoln. Brad Lincoln, he was exposable. He was only a bullpen arm. You can get those again. But Travis Snyder, since the trade deadline, has only hit 1 home run and 8 RBIs as a corner outfielder. That's unacceptable in the major leagues. And then you look at your left fielder and Starlin Marte. He was supposed to be our prized possession over there in left field. He's only hitting 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. That's combined 5 home runs out of your corner outfielders. That's not going to win you ball games. They have to have a better season next year or find free agents to do so. Matt Desmond coming to you from Heinz Field for the Single-A championship game between the Clareton Bears and the Stowe Rock Vikings. The Clareton Bears would have a chance to win its 44th consecutive game today and the first team since 1959 to win 4 consecutive championship titles. And it would be the Tyler Boyd show, as he had 141 yards in the ground and 3 touchdowns in this contest, and they would lead the Clareton Bears to a 42-6 victory. They will face North Star in the first round of the state playoffs next week. Matt Desmond, KDKA-TV Sports.